librarian, where she's thankful to spend so much time surrounded by words which aren't her own.
I've always known that I've had a little knack, so at work on my break there's a puzzle and a snack, and my friends make fun. But when this is done, maybe they'll take it all back.
Our next contestant, hailing from Queens, New York, is software engineer Gary Trundle. When he's not coding, Gary is chair of the New York City Audubon Society, a decidedly difficult job in a place where, and I quote, pigeons abound.
I do the Times every morning on the train to escape the career that is driving me insane. But if I win this, I can find my bliss, pack up my stuff and go live with the puffins in Maine.
And last, but certainly not least, our returning champion, a climatologist from Salem, Oregon, and the cumulative winner of more than $150,000, Patrice Jackson.
Too relaxed and the words come from clues based in evidence and facts which are hard to find. In a world that's blind, forests are burning and oceans are churning and everyone's turning their backs. But when I get to be on word nerd, all those worries fade away.
It's when they let you watch Word Nerd. You get to be bored for a day, and though we all save face and say I'm proud to place,
And I'd be blind if I got third. There's not a doubt in my mind, I'll be the word nerd.
We should move on from introductions, lest we run out of time to do what we came here to do. Let's talk gameplay. Cynthia, Gary, Patrice, have any of you ever seen a crossword puzzle? Suppose I could have guessed that. You're not new to the game. Every one of you's been solving for a while. And all the rules are the same, plus the universal cruciverbal style. Except that once a clue's been read, you'll race to solve it head to head, which might just be why you came. Now, I know that all you three, and all of you out there in the audience, already know the structure and strategy of the game. 3 rounds of regular gameplay, each featuring a puzzle of increasing difficulty. But for the benefit of those watching at home, let me offer you a modicum of guidance. Every round takes some smarts,
Like at breakfast when you're solving at the table.
but number 3's off the charts.
so you better solve as quickly as you're able.
And don't forget the words you found. You'll need them in the bonus round. That's where the fun really starts. Of course, only the top 2 competitors will move on to the bonus round. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Patrice, you are our champion, so you have the honor of selecting the first clue of round 1. Let's take a look at the board and see what our options are.
I tune in every week for Word Nerd. It's the best show on TV because Bob Otto's hosting Word Nerd. And he's the most supposed to host and be
the best you've ever heard.
I wouldn't say it himself, but he's the Word Nerd.
And with that, our third and final puzzle is complete. Whew. Wow, there were some tough ones in there. I wonder who decided to put us through all that. Cynthia, Patrice, congratulations. You are our 2 leaders. Gary, unfortunately, this is where your word nerd journey ends. Just know, you played a fantastic game. And now, please applause for Gary. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the bonus round. In a moment, your letter inventories will be made available to you. You may begin at the chime. As a reminder, the bonus round is the culminating event of Word Nerd's gameplay. While working to solve the previous 3 puzzles, our competitors have assembled an alphabetic inventory with every letter they have contributed to the board. They now have 60 seconds to arrange as many of their letters as they can into a complete, grammatically correct sentence, and have a chance to win the biggest prize of all, a chance to return for next week's episode. Word Nerd devotees will tell you that when it comes to the bonus round, it really is anybody's game. Whose will it be tonight? Well, we'll find out in 3, 2, 1. It's time to take a look at the sentences you've assembled. Cynthia, we'll start with you.
This daft Zamboni has not asked any emeralds over Oslo.
Wow, well, that's a great one, Cynthia. Zamboni is an especially fun way to integrate the Z from Yahtzee. Let's find out if it's long enough to unseat our reigning champion. Patrice, let's take a look at your sentence.
Mead pours out of his ears, yet there is not a bit wrong about it.
Patrice, your sentence is indeed longer than Cynthia's, but I'm sorry to say, it contains a grammatical error, wrong form of there, which can only mean one thing. Word Nerd has found a new champion. Congratulations, Cynthia! Not the Word Nerd. But we'll see you back next week, perhaps in person here on Word Nerd. As long as you can hold your own technique, and though we're sad to go, we hope we've helped to show that no matter how absurd, if there's a hope in your heart that you may someday take part, then that's a pretty good start to be the Word Nerd. Stuart, I wanted to tell you.
Stuart! Crenshaw wants to see you.
No time to dawdle, folks. Super Sudoku's in here tomorrow, so we need to clean up by the book. We all know they're just waiting for a slip-up, and we cannot let them get this space full-time.
Super Sudaku. More like Super Suit douchebag.
Like you rabble-rouser, you. You know, you and Marianne could lead me into battle any day.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, Bob.
You all looked amazing out there. Cynthia, you can hold on to these earrings for next week's taping. Garrett, Patrice, I'll need you both back in wardrobe.
Hold on for just a second, Rich. You three all played brilliantly tonight. Patrice, mistakes can happen to the best of us, and you're living proof. I'm so proud to have gotten to know you all your time on the show. And Gary, you're a wonderful puzzler, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Say hi to the Puffins for me. And Cynthia.
Bob, you'll see her next episode.
Rich is right. I can't wait.
Actually, Bob, could we talk for a second?
We could, and we shall.
Would you want to go to dinner tonight?
Sure.
Really? That's amazing. Will you be ready in half an hour?
Sounds like a plan.
Great work up there, Bobby.
Brenda, didn't realize you were watching.
I came from a meeting in Culver City, so I only caught the very end. Quite the nail biter. Can we chat in your office?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be in the lobby, okay?
Okay, Rich. I appreciate you being here, Brenda, but you didn't have to come all the way from Culver City just to congratulate me. I mean, think of the carbon footprint.
I'm not here to congratulate you, Bob. I'm here for the meeting. With Crenshaw? From the email last week?
Only you know the password to that.
Was I interrupting something back there with Rich?
No. We were just discussing getting dinner.
Getting dinner or going out to dinner?
Is there a difference?
Aren't you supposed to be the word expert? Getting dinner is what we do every Wednesday. Going out to dinner is a date.
A date?
Yes, Bob, a date.
But if I realized it was a date, I would have... are you sure Rich is...
Out of your league? Oh, yes. I promise I won't tell him. Now, let's get back to why I'm here. This is almost certainly a meeting about renewing.
Really? That's fantastic.
I couldn't agree more. Can you guess why?
Because I'll get to do the show for another season?
Because it means an opportunity to renegotiate.
But my salary is fine.
So fine, you can hardly see it. Okay, but you know Janet over at Super Sudoku makes almost twice what you do?
Okay, it's still more than I ever made before, Word Nerd.
Bob, you construct crossword puzzles. You didn't make anything before work.
You know, I think I'm fairly compensated for the work I do.
And what about me? Sure, the puzzles are yours, but this show was supposed to be ours. The puzzler-producer dream team. And that plan didn't exactly work out, which is fine, but now you have leverage. That meeting in Culver City, my friend has a slot opening up next season that he says you're perfect for. Prime time. You just have to send him a puzzle or two, and whether you take it or not, an offer like that is a massive bargaining chip. You're worth way more than you're getting, and this is your chance to ask for more. What's the worst that could happen?
Crenshaw fires me and I end up on the Wheel of Fortune.
Well, Sam is bound to know one of these days. But would that really be so bad?
Yes, it would. Wheel is glorified hangman. Ours Crossword.
Not Wheel, then. Something better. Prime time. Streaming movies.
Oh, no.
No, Warner was never supposed to be the end for us. It was just step one.
Sure is a cozy step, isn't it?
Aren't you ever anxious to advance?
No, not really.
All the world's in motion, but no, you never move.
Hey, I'm happy here.
Don't you think it's time you took a chance?
Risk losing everything?
Am I to understand your dreams of grandeur were just juvenile fantasies? There's no demand for now that you've matured. Don't give up on all we care for. Aren't you a man of your word?
I never thought the plans we made would actually succeed. Cause I'm a man of my words, Brenda, and they're all that I need.
You can work with words almost anywhere, Bob. They're universal.
I feel like you're willfully misinterpreting me.
You know that I'm right. Everybody wants to work with you. My belly down in idle says they're adding an additional host. That could work, Bob.
Sure, for a jerk.
Or maybe Peter if you're open to the opposite coast. Should I beg, Bob?
Yeah, break a leg.
Every guy like you does this. Bob, but don't say boo. Cause this independent horror movie wants to see you read for the ghost. And soon you'll be the man who made the great transition way outside his niche. Earn some wider recognition. Ain't that a hell of a pitch?
I'm glad you think I'm qualified for all this trendy stuff. But I'm a man of my words, Brenda, and they're more than enough to know who's skilled. Enough to know what puzzles I can build, so lucrative or not. I'm glad with what I've got, 'cause better unemployed than unfulfilled.
And if you're unemployed, where would that put me?
I thought you said we were almost certainly getting renewed.
Almost certainly. Maybe there's a compromise.
Where I can just renounce my free will.
Not just yet, Bob. Don't you forget my first priority.
It's finding you a couple of milk.
I can dream, Bob. Still we're a team. So if you could just send a puzzle as disguised.
Brenda.
My friend who thinks you're perfect for an effort's lock is looking to fill.
I'm not sending
You
anyone.
have a chance to show them how to play.
wants to
Blow
learn.
them all away.
Not my main
The
concern.
world would solve your puzzles
Every single day. I guess that doesn't sound so bad.
This is what we always used to talk about. A boy that knows this deep
It's worth the work to keep.
sure to hit your stride when I am by your side. 'Cause you're a man of your word.
I'm a man of my words. I'm a man of my words.
You're a man of your words. And I'm along for the ride. I'm gonna get up with you one of these days, Bob Otto.
And that's a day I look forward to.
Excuse us, handsome.
Hi. Hello. Mr. Otto? Bob Otto. Bob. Crenshaw wants to see you, Bob.
Here we go, Bobby.
Oh, I'm really sorry, but Crenshaw asked for Bob.
Right, I'm Bob's manager.
Oh, Crenshaw asked for just Bob.
Oh,
Brenda, I'll be fine.
fine. Right, I guess that carbon footprint was for nothing.
Brenda.
Oh, sorry. Bob, we're already late. It was great to meet you, miss.
Likewise. Bob! Please sit. Stuart, you can head home.
Oh, I'm happy to wait outside.
Please, Stuart. Wouldn't it be nice to spend a little time outside the studio? Make some friends, take up a hobby.
Well, I've been meaning to brush up on my crosswords.
Not what I had in mind. What you'll have to do, go brush up at home.
Let me know if you need any pointers. Such a mensch.
I'm more of a boyish. But we are not here to talk about Stuart, Bob.
I didn't think so. Not with the whole team here. Hi, guys. Bob. Brenda told me I got an email, so I figured this might be important.
Brenda? Is she here in the studio?
Yeah, no, she was planning on attending this.
Sticking her nose where it doesn't belong, as usual. Can I tell you a secret, Bob? Marianne, Mike, is it all right if I share a quick secret with Bob? Okay, then cover your ears and say la la la. I get the feeling that your manager doesn't like me very much because I think that she thinks that my job should be her job, that she deserves it more than I do, which she doesn't. But that's my suspicion, my secret little suspicion. Have I ever told you my philosophy on dreams?
I don't think so.
They don't always come true. And Brenda's dreams never will, because despite what she believes, this show is not hers, and it never will be. So if you could maybe stop asking her to come around as often as she does, I would appreciate it. That's plenty, thank you.
What exactly is this meeting for?
Oh, thank you for asking that. You keep me honest. I'm asking him for a meeting, and you want to know what it's for. I respect that. And I'm sorry to say that it's not good news.
What? What is it?
Oh, frankly, this was inevitable. It was just a matter of when. And after seeing the numbers from the last few weeks, we have our answer. It's now.
What?
I'm sure you must have noticed that the ratings have been falling short.
No
Well,
one.
the execs did, because yesterday they called us after looking at the latest report. They wanted answers.
And we didn't have any.
In short, we're screwed. Unless we're shrewd. And luckily, there's something we've assembled at last resort. Super Sudoku's comparable dropped a few years back, but they managed to turn things around. And if those idiots can do it, so can we.
Got a couple cheers that'll help to make the show feel new.
But every single change depends on you.
The show is smart, and that's a start. But now we gotta make it so the dummies can enjoy it too.
I don't think I understand.
Oh, it's simple. I can practically see it. Can't you? Picture a brand new game with popular appeal. Give it a brand new name, but with the same authentic feel. 'Cause we're on the verge of a rating surge, and we'll do whatever it takes to reemerge.
A new name? I thought you said the changes wouldn't be drastic.
They won't be.
Our only real concern is the contestants.
Contestants are the backbone of the show. I mean, Patrice just had one of the longest runs in Warner history.
And all through that run, the ratings
They're
plummeted.
great players. Nobody's denying that.
Then what's the problem?
In terms of affability, we've entered an extended track.
We need some friendlier faces.
The trouble is the qualities that casting people use when they scout.
Only the best puzzlers make it, and guess what?
They're all such squares that no one cares.
But make it so the playing field was leveled out.
We'll tell Kathy from casting to forget about the practice test.
And we'll let the contestants see the puzzles a little early, leading to big results in the ratings. It's what Super Sudoku has been doing for years. Picture a brand new crew of players we
okay? You can call me tomorrow.
He won't say no. He won't say no. He won't say no.
Rich, I'm so sorry. I had a meeting with Crenshaw I totally forgot about. I feel terrible.
I'm just glad you didn't forget about me.
So, where are we getting dinner? Sorry, where are we going out to dinner? Are we only getting it? Is there a difference? Evidently not.
What happened in the meeting?
Nothing much.
Come on, Bob. We've been working together for 10 years. I can tell when something's on your mind. Wait, it's not me, is it? Because if I've overstepped any boundaries...
Rich, how do you feel about cheating?
Cheating?
It's unforgivable, right?
I didn't think that we were...
Crenshaw wants to cheat.
Oh.
She says it's the only way to save the ratings. And she and Mike and Marianne have already figured the whole thing out. I'm not really sure how I can say no.
Bob, if you don't agree with something, you can't just stand by and watch it happen.
Well, it's easy for you to say. I mean, if Word were canceled, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. You could work anywhere.
Are you kidding? You know how I got here.
Sure, I was there for your interview.
No, I mean out here. This is the last place I expected to end up. I went to school for mechanical engineering. 4 years of hell. But 4 years that coincided with a renaissance in British period dramas. Atonement, The King's Speech, Downton Abbey. What started as an escape from linear algebra turned into an obsession. My classes were all theoretical, but these people and their costumes were real. So, after graduation, this was all I could think to do. Headed to LA, certain that I'd have offers left and right. I shouldn't need to say it wasn't quite my year. And the actors at the few gigs I did all asked me, kid, why are you here? Just go home, Bridge. Use your brain. Head back home, Rich. And they'll explain why you need formal training.
What kept you here?
I had 3 months left in my lease. But then, against all odds, I booked the inaugural season of a new game show.
Well, you interviewed very well.
Thanks. It was nice to finally sign a contract, but Bernard wasn't exactly Downton Abbey. Thought I'd be above working a gig so shamelessly contrived, but soon began to love that everything was real. And with every week I learned something new. My point of view shifted and grew. What did I feel? I was home, Bob. Who would have guessed this was home, Bob, where each contestant got to look their best. Well, their second best, 'cause I always dressed The show means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but it doesn't mean anything if your heart isn't in it. The show is you, Bob.
Thank you.
Do you want to go out to dinner another night? I can tell you've got a lot on your mind.
Rich, I'm so...
It's all right, Bob. Really.
Thank you. Listen, this show means the world to me, and I can't imagine what life would be like without it. But I can't feel at home here unless I know we're doing things the right way. And I don't know how the execs are going to react, but it honestly doesn't matter because that's my final answer.
Bernardo, you son of a gun.
Don't sweat it. We found everybody's favorite PA loitering outside the hallway, and he pitched us an idea to boost the ratings that'll be far more effective than that other terribly ridiculous plan. We think this will be what saves us.
Really? We're gonna do...
A live show! Isn't that brilliant?
Live? And you still want me to host?
What would Werner be without its title character?
We've got a few details to hammer out and run by the execs. We'll fill you in as soon as everything is confirmed.
Sure, well, whatever works. Stuart, fantastic job. You all had me nervous there for a minute.
But now you have nothing to worry about.
We'll see you next week.
And when they asked you about building puzzles,
I will be brief.
great.
As brief as possible, considering the complex nature of crossword construction.
That sounds like code for excruciatingly long.
I'm gonna fill up a whole 30 minutes.
Right, and you're going to lose them in 30 seconds if you get too technical. This is live, Bob. Prime time, broad appeal.
You sound like Crenshaw.
No, you sound like me. And I'm not the one who agreed to a live broadcast without checking with my manager.
There was no time, and you know I can't think on my feet when I'm under that much pressure.
Right, Bobby, which is why I should have been there. How am I supposed to help you when I can't even get Crenshaw to let me into the meetings? I'm giving you 110% here, and what am I getting? Look, who's that?
I'm sorry.
Who died?
Well, no one, hopefully. But Crenshaw told me that the reporter who was supposed to do the interview had to have an emergency wart removal, unfortunately. So she asked me to fill in. Apparently everything I need to say will just be up on the teleprompter.
That's assuming you can read.
You'll do great, Stuart. You're very good at asking questions.
Now just add a couple million people into the mix. No baby.
Oh, do you have the puzzles for tonight?
Wait once.
Any advice? Reading or otherwise?
I'm just giving you a hard time. You feel ready?
Oh, I guess so.
You look ready.
Oh, thanks. Well, you look,
Fantastic. Here we are.
Oh, God, we're almost out of time. Just hold on to those for now. Oh, and there's one more thing. Crenshaw says she wants to cut the contestant intro. Yeah, we'll just go from the interview directly into the gameplay. It's supposed to help hold the audience's attention. You know, with the new format and everything.
Okay, whatever it takes.
Hey, you're gonna do great.
I hope so.
I know so. I love you.
Love you too.
We're live in 5, 4, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning into the first ever live broadcast of Word Nerd. I'm Stuart Olson, and I'm the man here. The man here with me needs no introduction. He's Bob Otto, the show's host since its inception, and by his own admission, America's second favorite cruciverbalist. Which is just a fancy word that means for people who design crossword puzzles. Bob, let's turn back time for a moment. How did you get your start hosting Word Nerd?
Well, Stuart, that's a fantastic question. So well articulated. I've always been a bit of a puzzle. At least that's what my psychiatrist tells me. The first time I ever took a spelling test, I finished faster than anybody else. So I just sat there, figuring out which other words I could make from the same letters. I mean, graduation morphed into out in drag. Christmas morphed into Trim's cash, and chemistry became shit, me cry. My grammar needed a bit of improvement, but my teacher, Miss Norman, was pretty impressed with my affinity for words. She started giving me worksheets from this book of puzzles, and that's how I discovered crosswords. By the time I got to high school, I started writing puzzles for the Akron Beacon Journal, and after graduation, they brought me on full time. My puzzles were syndicated to some other papers in Ohio, which got me some national attention, and that's when I made my way out here and pitched the show.
And you write all the puzzles we see on WordNerd yourself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, how do you manage that? My experience is pretty limited, but I do know there's barely enough time in a week to write one puzzle, let alone 3. What's your secret?
Well, there's no secret, really. It's just all I know how to do.
But maybe for the sake of aspiring puzzlers out there, you could give us a window into your approach. I'm sure you've developed your own unique philosophy of crossword construction.
That I have. I've sometimes heard it said that building crosswords is an art, a claim with which I'm eager to engage. Since even if a puzzle comes from deep within your heart, you're still just filling boxes on a page.
That's it?
That's it. But you'll also hear the counterclaim delivered with defiance, that since it can be formalized with ease, the work of cruciverbalists is actually a science, though I think you'll find that Feynman disagrees.
Fine.
So after years of practice, what I found is something you could call a middle ground. And though it seems subjective, I'm now of the perspective it's not an art or science like they claim. So in answering your query, I'm inclined to share my theory that it's best to take it seriously only when you must, because you'll trust it's just a game. Of course, there are still a few steps you might want to follow, especially if you're just starting off. Your theme comes first, a clever little set you know will go together. They're interspersed, but have to be symmetrically arranged, so whether flipped around or not, you see the free 2/3 will fit the set of words you've got. So, for instance, maybe your theme is metals. You find 2 phrases of the same length, like silver lining and gold standard, both 12 letters. You place them symmetrically, and then do the same with the rest of your longer theme words. And then the fill, with lots of other smaller words you need to think of. By force of will, you'll nearly get them all until you're on the brink of cruciverbal bliss. You say some whispered prayers, you're on your last few squares, then just your luck, so you're somehow stuck. Who cares? 'Cause it's just a game that anyone can play. It's just a game. So all I can say is, even if it seems insurmountable, hide your pride and set aside your shame. 'Cause it's just a game. Sometimes, when you get stuck on the fill, you need to rework the whole corner or even the whole puzzle. When that happens, you shake it off and you start again, because nothing feels better than when it finally clicks into place. And then the clues, you want to give a subtle hint that's not distressing, but when you choose, you gotta know which one will work to keep them guessing. Which of all the ways you suitable phrase or word with things you think they were. So don't feel bad if it's just a tad absurd. 'Cause it's just a game, which means it might be tough. It's just a game, which might be enough. That if you make it daunting but doable, every player starts to say your name. But it's just a game. And that's the reason I've enjoyed it from the start. The perfect puzzle makes the player feel they're smart. And that's the goal of every single episode I've done. I keep heading forwards, always spreading forwards, not forgetting the fun. It's just a game where everyone will win. It's just a game, so glad to begin. And even if it seems unbelievable, take delight what's all in sight. 'cause it's just a game.
Come and play our game.
I think I speak for everyone watching when I say how lucky we are to have witnessed a masterclass in crossword puzzle construction. I have to ask, did you take the same approach building tonight's puzzles?
After so many years, it's really become second nature to me. Of course, I knew we'd have a big audience tonight, so I did what I could to ensure these puzzles would be the best of the best.
And you have those puzzles in your hand right now, isn't that correct?
I sure do, but no peeking.
Of course not. Now, to give those of you in the audience a little window into how we do things here at WordNerd, Bob typically hands the puzzles off to the graphics team just before the show begins. That way, there's no chance that anyone else could look at or tamper with the puzzles ahead of time. Is that right, Bob?
That's right.
Well, that's all the time we have for our interview, folks. So you know what that means. It's time to solve some puzzles. I've been Stuart Olson, and give it up for your host, once again, Bob Otto.
Thank you. Welcome to tonight's very special episode of Word Nerd. If that interview was any indication, we have some spectacular puzzles for you tonight. But first, sorry folks, still getting adjusted we'll actually begin playing at this very moment. Returning viewers will remember Cynthia from last week. Let's also welcome Nicole and Oliver, our two new competitors. Sorry folks, I never forget a name, but I never learned yours to begin with. So, let's not waste any more time because we have got a game to play. Cynthia, as our returning champion, you'll have the honor of selecting the first clue of round one. Let's take a look at our options up on the board. Wait a minute.
Not so fast! That ain't your puzzle.
I'm sorry, there must be some sort of mistake.
No mistake. Looky here. And to think I respected you, Bob.
Jed, what are you doing here?
Howdy, folks. For those of y'all uninformed, my name is Jed Numbers, and I'm the proud host of Super Sudoku. I was just popping by the studio on account of having left my hat here. I found it in Bob Otto's office, and while I was looking, I discovered these 3 newspapers with the crosswords cut out. Irrefutable evidence that old Bobo here is taking other people's puzzles and passing them off as his own.
What? No.
Then why have you got the papers, Bob?
Got lots of papers. I have to keep up with the developments in the crucible world, but I would never steal a puzzle.
Is that so? Well, I went and I Googled the answer keys for these missing puzzles from your office. Let's see if they match up. Here we are. 18 down. Ascot. That's more than a lucky guess, Bobo. You reckon we should go for 2?
That's not my puzzle.
You're telling me. Let's see. 9 across. Runyon. How about 14 down? Barcelona.
I don't understand.
I'm just lucky I got the call, left my hat here. Or else I may never discover the sad truth. Bob Otto is a puzzle stealer.
No.
Are any of the puzzles ever yours, Bob?
Well, of course they are. They all are. It's just, why can't... I've heard contestants on Super Sudoku cheat.
Stooping that low, huh? Who are you to point fingers? I can only begin to imagine how many puzzles you must have stolen in your lifetime. Why'd you do it?
Don't say anything else, Bobby.
Oh, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
And that right there is exactly the problem. If any of y'all con folk would like to see an honest game show, then I recommend tuning into Super Sudoku starring yours truly.
Why haven't we cut to commercial? Red Joe, should we cut?
It wasn't me. I don't know how it happened.
For Christ's sake, cut the commercial.
Cut!
You could know after so many years, this show was only a sham. I can't believe
And
it.
all of the puzzles were pilfered from peers involved in elaborate scam.
Some person we implicitly trusted.
With the narrative we all embraced.
But now we've learned the truth from this crucible sleuth that our trust in him was always misplaced. And he's cancelled. No question, he's cancelled. Tell me you stopped writing your own puzzles.
Crenshaw, I don't even...
Shut it. Bending the rules, as wrong was more wrong.
But I can explain. You would just listen. But Collie never used to know. As you never even thought of the show. Don't you
Bobby, don't listen to anything she says. You're under contract. The laws surrounding game show scandals are quite clear. His contract is null and void. And even if it weren't, you know his fellow value, but this show is finished. Wait outside. I'll hand you this. I want you to escape. When I finish,
He's canceled. Simply canceled. He'll never work in this or any other town. He can't make up for what went down. 'Cause he's canceled. Incurably canceled. And now that he's canceled, I guess he'll just cancel the show.
Bobby, I'm worried about you. It's been 2 weeks since the live show, and I bet you haven't left this couch once. At a certain point, you need to stop sulking.
Sulking, Brenda? My rival tampered with my puzzles, Crenshaw fired me, the network canceled the show, and now the entire world is convinced I'm a thief. What should I be doing?
You should be keeping your head up because we're going to figure out what happened with the live show.
Really?
And we're going to clear your name.
Okay.
And we're going to get you and Word Nerd back on the air.
Fantastic.
Just not right away.
Why not?
Have you been on Twitter this week? You unplugged your phone. Well, you're all over Twitter.
Is that the one with the dances?
No. But you're all over that one too. The thing is, people on social media like to jump to conclusions, and the evidence isn't exactly in your favor.
Fabricated evidence?
Oh, the teenagers on Crossword Talk don't know that, Bob.
Crossword talk.
Luckily, the internet has a notably short attention span, so they'll calm down in a couple of weeks, which means we have enough time to talk to Crenshaw and get things back to normal. But in the meantime, we need to do whatever we can to build back your credibility.
And how do you expect to do that?
Believe it or not, you're a hot ticket right now. I've been getting calls left and right from people who want to work with you.
I thought I was canceled.
Any publicity is good publicity, Bob. And lots of places need a boost however they can get it. But don't worry. Once we get your smiling face back into the public sphere, even the harshest critics will remember why they loved you in a heartbeat. We'll work on the smile.
I don't know, Brenda. I think I might be cursed.
First, cancel those are just words, Bob. They don't mean anything unless you like them. Life got you down, get off the couch, Bob, because it's all too much to bear.
Yes.
Turn up your frown, shake off your slouch, Bobby, and pretend you just don't care. Cry and think until you make it. If you're cursed, then now's the chance to break it. Screw the scandal, you can't handle heat.
I'm not sure I can handle much of anything right now.
Bobby, are you kidding me? Nothing's impossible when you got the wholehearted support of the world's toughest manager.
Yeah, who so happens to be stuck with its least employable client.
Could be you're right, could be you're screwed, Bobby, and you just can't catch a break.
Yep.
But I've seen the light and I conclude, Bobby, it's a chance you'll have to take. All you need is something to invest in. Words aren't all you're bound to be the best in. Not my claim to a song you came to be. Back on your feet.
Hey, buddy, can we stick to the script and avoid these? They're a lot tougher to read on camera.
I had no idea that there were harder letters to ventriloquy.
Well, there are. C's, B's, V's. Just let me decide which words to use, okay?
Welcome to Dargo's Place, Mr. Otto. We're all so happy to have you here with us on our show today.
Thank you, Jardo. It's a pleasure to be here.
Is it true you're a professional puzzle maker?
Yes, although the technical term is actually cruciverbalist. Can you say
Nope, we're done.
Brenda! Are in the lead with 2 points, while the toenail flippers are trailing just behind with 1 point. Now it all comes down to this moment.
Dude, your questions are way too hard.
Well, there's something to be said.
Yeah, this trivia sucks. And we're winning.
Well, maybe if you were all a little less intoxicated.
You're at a bar.
Putting those objections aside, the first team to answer the final question will claim the victory. Counting backwards from Z, what is the 21st letter of the English alphabet?
F you, Bob Otto.
Brenda!
That was the puzzle, but it doesn't mean we're through. You'll readjust your recommit, cause it's all there's left to do. Still, a few good offers on the table. Double down and take them while you're able. Time to prove you're still a little stable. Sure, the show is cancelled, a show we both held dear. But waking from this trance to a hot report. The one that goes this deep.
Is worth the word to keep. Stop the moping.
Still achieve your
Stop the
dreams.
hoping.
Just have to leave your seat. Back on your feet. Fewer rules don't need a word of back on your feet. We don't stop our chaos alphabetically. Back on your feet.
Yes, sir, that was fascinating, Mr. Otto.
Back on your feet.
Though I'm not sure that crucifixion really constitutes a crossword.
And,
Back on your feet. Bob Otto, I'll be frank. I think you may be trying to get fired from some of these jobs.
what's the point, Brenda? I mean, I'm clearly incapable of working on anything other than word nerd. I'm a one-trick pony.
Well, you haven't reached the glue factory yet, Bob, and I've got a lot riding on this race.
Whose fault is that?
What?
Nothing.
Look, Bob, I need you to be totally honest with me about something.
Of course.
We'll get through it no matter what, but I have to know. Did you steal those puzzles?
Brenda, what?
Oh. I'm sorry, Bob. I really should take this. You've got Brenda?
Are you kidding?
Okay.
Of course I didn't steal the puzzles.
Oh, and why are you telling me?
How can you even ask that?
Are you serious?
Why is this call so important?
Oh, I have some time to think it over.
Brenda, talk to me, please.
Yes, that's perfect. I'll talk to you then. That was Crenshaw.
Crenshaw, is the show coming back?
Sort of. They're calling it Word Whiz.
Word whiz. I didn't think you'd run that by me, at least.
And it's going to be broadcast live.
Oh, because that worked out so well the last time. Whatever, you were right, Brenda. It was only a matter of time before they'd ask me to come back.
She didn't ask for you.
Oh!
She wants me.
And who's gonna host?
What's important is that one of us will be on the
Oh,
inside.
hold on. You can't work on that show.
Listen, Bobby, this is exactly the opportunity we were looking for. I could take this chance to figure out exactly what went wrong with Jed and then fight for you to get back in.
Fight for me? Are you serious? After accusing me of stealing puzzles? Besides, do you really think they're gonna let some PA have a say in who gets to host?
Why did you assume I'd be a PA?
Brenda, you know as well as I do that Crenshaw isn't exactly your biggest fan.
Well, she's promoting Mike and offered me his old job. Line producer. So maybe it was you she didn't like.
And you really think some temporary title means you're gonna have the power to get me back on? Either you're lying to yourself or you're lying to me, and honestly, I don't know what's worse.
Bobby, you're not listening to me.
No, I'm hearing every word. Guess you really need a boost of self-esteem to accept an offer as a stand-in, ready to abandon your convictions of the past. After all that we'd accomplished as a team, I assumed we'd leave the show as equals. Now the sequel's here, and my part gets recast. And I recognize you're not the reason that the fans won't face me. Come next season, you might just replace me. And I can barely comprehend that I'm talking to a friend, but I guess that's at an end, so Brenda, do what you want.
What I want? You think that's what this is about? Because by my recollection, I spent 10 years putting my wants on the back burner, only for you to stop at every opportunity I find you. Do you really think that's what I wanted?
Brenda!
Give 110% and I get this, then I guess I'll take my 10% back. All the time I spent then just waiting in the wings. Guess it's easier to fall around like this when you get to rattle off each riddle. Second fiddle just means plucking fucking strings. The player who was on the bench all seasons now the starter. Am I why Crenshaw let you play the mother? And I'll admit it was macabre how she threw you to the mob, but she's offering a job, so Bobby, do what you want.
Can't you see she's just using you?
And what have you been doing?
This was supposed to be a partnership.
Yeah, 50-50. I do all the work, and you get all the credit.
Please.
Is something funny to you?
Don't get me wrong, you make demands maybe, but our jobs are not the same. Tag along, you shake some hands maybe, but I host the goddamn game. It seems to me you still don't know how desperately I need this show. You had one good idea 10 years ago, Brenda. You have to let go of the past.
You're right, Bob. Hey, I thought about it. Easiest decision of my life. I'm in.
My mind is reeling with the words I've spoken. I can't help feeling that I'm somehow broken. 'Cause our partnership is done in the middle of its run, so I guess I'm left to wonder, what do you want?
Join us next week for Word Biz, the competitive crossword game show hosted by everyone's favorite newcomer, Stuart Olson. Until then, enjoy the Super Smoke Marathon, zooming after.
Brenda, you might have mentioned the new host was Stuart.
It's not Brenda.
Rich? Richard, Ricky. Oh, what are you doing here?
I hadn't heard from you. I thought you might want... Bob, are you okay?
It wasn't Jed who set me up, Rich. It was Stuart.
Stuart?
Think about it, Rich. The live show was his idea. He knew it was the only way I'd ever slip up, and he deliberately threw me off my game. spent all this time wondering how Jet tampered with the puzzles, but Stuart had them there, in his hands, and he's the one who switched out the envelopes. I'm pretty sure he planted those papers in my office and called Jet about his hat.
Why would Stuart want to get you fired?
Because now he gets to be the host of the new and improved Word Whiz. But that was the missing piece of the puzzle.
Crenshaw called me this morning about coming in tomorrow to take measurements for a new suit. I just assumed it was for her. Guess that means I'm working on the new show.
So is my ex.
What?
My ex-manager, Brenda.
Brenda's working on Word Whiz without you?
She thought she could convince Crenshaw to bring me back on. Honestly, she can be so naive.
You're probably right. Until this whole situation blows over, I'll doubt they'll put you on the show.
Rich, you're a genius.
What?
That's my way in, what you just said.
That they won't put you on the show? I was just trying to be realistic.
But maybe it's time to get unrealistic.
I think I'm missing something.
They won't put me on the show, which has me wondering if there might be somebody different I could be on the show, who has a voice they can't ignore. While you're working on Stuart's new look, you can also make one for me, a disguise. That way I can sneak onto the show as a competitor and nobody will be the wiser.
Are you sure you thought this through?
That's just the start of the plan. But if the friends I've amassed, including Kathy from casting, are a part of the plan, then I can earn the highest score, and I'll restore my former glory once I do. And even if the takeover takes, I'll have a makeover thanks to you. You don't have to guarantee me you'll defend me from the horde, since they'll never even see me as a threat. And the outcome will redeem me when I fly across the board, 'cause you better believe I'll get the last word.
I have a few things in my car that could work.
You know, Brenda, I always see a little bit of myself in you. Have I ever told you my philosophy on dreams? I don't think so. Sometimes they come true. You're finally a producer, and Stuart is about to become America's favorite cruciverbalist. It was always second favorite.
I'll probably be the least favorite. I can't write puzzles like Bob.
He's not exactly the genius everyone thinks he is, Stuart. The show will go on without him.
Brenda, I'm shocked and a little excited to hear you say that.
You're absolutely right. We don't have fun anymore, and if the puzzles are worse, at least we're not at the mercy of the snob anymore. We can stagger on the hours, at least your bouts of nagging clothes will disappear. 'Cause now you're here, and it's time you put behind you your obscure supporting role, which I hardly need remind you with friends, right? Because the show that once defined you is the show you now control, and you better believe you'll get the last word.
Do you feel that, Brenda?
I think so. That's what it feels like to be on the winning team. Now let's head to the floor. We've got some pretty big changes, and we've got some people to boss around. Just excited, don't you? For a second. The first episode of Word Whiz shoots in less than a week. Speaking of which, why are you still here, Stuart? You've got a lot of brushing up. Would you offer me my spot back on the reinvented run? I was thrilled until I got back to the set. 'Cause the only one who's not back is the one who made it fun. But the run isn't over yet, so I'm ready to take a bet. He'll discover a way to get
Bonjour.
the last word.
you all so much. I'm seeing all the crosswords like here, like the mask. I love it. Again, I'm Viviana. I'm the director. I'm so proud of all these people. I just want to say that was Act 1 of the new musical Word Nerd. And if you want to see what happens next, you should come see it in New Haven. It's not that far away. You are welcome to come see it. We're going to be performing on April 22nd, 23rd, 29th, and 27th and 29th. So I'll stick around if anyone wants information about tickets, if you're curious about what happens to Bob dressed as a Frenchman. It contains many more crossword references, many more puns, and at least one Will Shortz joke, I promise. So please come see it. Thank you all so much.
Well, that was amazing. Let's give it up once more. I think we're ready to present the awards. And if your name is called, you can come over, receive your trophy, and every winner gets a puzzle book from St. Martin's Press or other book. And here we go. Start with 10th place rookies. 131st place overall is John Nord. 9th place rookie, 130th overall, George Manis. 8th place rookie, 129th place overall, Rachel Banarsdal. 7th place rookie, 108th overall, David Brown. 6th place rookie, 95th place overall, Ryan Skorheim. 5th place rookies, 93rd place overall, Terry O'Shea. 4th place rookie, 76th overall, Gavin Burns. I'll announce the 3rd place rookie in a little while, but 2nd place rookie, 42nd place overall, Justin Ames. Now our foreign winners, and I think foreign are both Canadian, so I'll simply say 2nd place Canadian, but anywhere outside the U.S., 90th place overall, Phil Matthews. And 1st place foreign, or Canada, 43rd overall, Emily O'Neill. Now, 3rd place rookie, 2nd place Midwest, and 56th place overall, Paul Kennedy. 1st place Midwest, 54th overall, Dan Sadoff. 2nd place Mid-Atlantic, and 19th overall, Matt Sandler. 2nd place in Westchester in upstate New York, 26th place overall, Jonathan Olson. 2nd place, Long Island, 64th overall, Patrick DiCaprio. 1st place, Long Island, 40th place overall, Peter Gordon. 2nd place, Connecticut, 39th place overall, Peter Rimkus. 3rd place, seniors, and in 468th place overall, Ruth Mueller. 2nd place, seniors, and 1st place, 90s, is 19 1979 champion, Miriam Raphael. First place seniors and 193rd place overall is Julie Von Ham. Third place 70s, 82nd place overall, Rocky Schwartz. Second place 70s, 61st place overall, Phoebe McBee. First place 70s and 53rd place overall, Susan Hoffman. Third place 60s, 17th place overall, Al Sanders. Second place 60s, 14th place overall, Robin Morrissey. First place Mid-Atlantic, first place 60s, 13th place overall, Roberta Strauss. In third place 50s, 25th place overall, Jeffrey Schwartz. Second place 50s, 24th place overall, Doug Peterson. Second place New Jersey, first place 50s, 15th place overall, Laura Bauer. Second place juniors and 113th place overall, Raymond Goslow. Second place South, 10th place overall, Matthew Gritzmacher. First place New Jersey, 9th place overall, and former ACPT champion Howard Barkin. First place Connecticut, 8th overall, Glenn Ryan. First place New England, 7th place overall, June Pock. Second place New York City, 5th place overall, Stella Zawistowski. First place New York City, 4th place overall, Andy Kravis. Third place in the E division, 221st place overall, Samantha Walsh. Second place, E division, 183rd overall, Wendy Proskin. First place in the E division, 172nd place overall, Charles Statlander. Third place junior, third place in the D division, Evan Monken. Second place in the D division, 116th overall, Matt Saltus. First place D division, 99th overall, Robert LaRose. And now we come to the announcement of the C, B, and A division winners and playoff contestants. We'll start with the C division. In third place at this point, doesn't matter, the playoffs will start fresh. In 36th overall is Andrew Lim. In second place in the first 7 puzzles and 34th overall is Dan Schwartz. Yeah, the C winners, will you come to the front? We'll do a photo in a moment. And first place in the C division based on the first 7 puzzles, and the first place rookie as well, 21st overall is Mike Wilhelm. Now the B division playoff contestants. Second place in New England, and third place in the D division up to this point, 12th overall, Adam Doctoroff. First place in Westchester, upstate New York, and 11th place overall, and your second B division playoff contestant is Jesse Lansner. In the first place junior, 6th place overall, and in first place in the B division up to this point. Amazing, he's in 6th place overall despite having made 2 errors in the tournament, is Paolo Castro. And now, the A division playoff contestants. Second place West, third place up to this point overall, with 12,190 points, is 6-time ACPT champion Tyler Hinman. First place West, second place up to this point with 12,215 points, 8-time ACPT champion Dan Fayer. And first place South, first place up to this point with 12,240 points is David Plotkin. And let me mention 2 other things. There were 32 contestants this weekend who had perfect papers on all 7 puzzles. Congratulations. And one other special award I'd like to mention, it's our annual handwriting award. The judges, thank you for your perfect handwriting. And the winner of this, you do get a trophy and a book, and that's Laura Zippin. The judges, thank you. So here's what's going to happen. The A and B contestants will be taken to a secluded place where they can't see or hear anything that's going on. The A and B contestants will be taken away, and the C contestants will, playoff contestants will solve this puzzle on the board in silence. Everyone here is going to get copies of the playoff puzzles, 8A, 8B, and 8C. 8C are medium level clues. 8B are hard clues, and 8A clues are super hard clues, and you can solve whichever one you want. This first round will be conducted in silence, so you can solve the puzzle. You can also watch what's going on up here. It's a 15-minute puzzle. After the C division is done, the B contestants will come up, and we have live commentary. I'll introduce our commentators in a moment. And I'll also introduce the constructor of the final puzzle. So, I guess whoever is shepherding the A and B contestants.
Take them away.
A and B contestant.
See y'all later.
Now, officials, let's pass out the puzzle 8. 3 sets of clues. And when we start, you can solve any version you want. Well, officials, will you come to the front? Let's pass out, everybody gets a set of the 3 puzzles. Okay, are there C contestants here? Let's go. Mike, you go in the middle. Dan, you're on the left. And Andrew, you're on the right. Each of them has a selection of markers. They'll be given the C-level clues. Yeah, you can keep them face away. Yeah, you can give them now, but there's no talking during this round, so please don't say anything. I think we're all set. Somebody on the timer? Zach? And before we start, let me introduce the constructor. It's Winna Liu, Associate Puzzle Editor of the New York Times. Is everyone ready? On your mark, get set, go. All 3 contestants are correct. That means in 3rd place, finishing in 5 minutes and 45 seconds, is Andrew. Second place, finishing in 4 minutes and 25 seconds, is Dan. And the champion of the C division, finishing perfectly in 3 minutes, 55 seconds, is Mike Wilnell. We have trophies over here. Take a book, and we'll do a photo later. Now we'll remove the playoff boards and put new ones up for the B contestants. And while they're doing that, taking care of that, let me introduce our commentators on the next 2 playoff rounds. First, we have comic and storyteller The Moth. She was the host of Ask Me Another for 9 years. She has a new comedy album and special coming out on Amazon Prime on April 22 called Plant-Based Jokes, Ophira Eisenberg. And he's a composer and puzzle maker. His puzzles are featured in A.J. Jacobs' new book, The Puzzler, due out this month. He was a writer and puzzle guru for NPR's Ask Me Another. This month, his musical and puzzle careers have converged with the new playbill crossword that he is constructing with Amanda Rafkin, Greg Puska. And would someone go down and whoever's, thank you, text. Yeah, that works. I think everybody's ready. On your mark, get set, go. Well, it's a great day for a crossword tournament. Let's play 2. Actually, since we missed a couple of years, let's do 6.
Let's do 6 of them. Why not?
Get some more people up here.
Come together.
We're in the room.
In the room.
And Winna, who by all accounts is a friendly, joyful, lovely person,
Yes.
turns out to be a closet sadist. And has created, I mean, if you look at the A clues, you realize just how terrifically torturous she is inside. But I will share a story as we watch we don't have a lot of time because Paolo in the middle, as you know, had 2 mistakes and is still only a few minutes behind
wild.
people. So he'll be done shortly. But when it did reveal that her impetus, I said, how did you start this puzzle? She said, I had one entry I wanted to get into it. It was going to be clued as question while raising one's hand, and the answer was, how do I smell? And she sent it to Will, and he said, I love this whole puzzle except for one thing.
Well, the truth is, if you're asking, the answer is not good. You must ask. I have to appreciate that Adam, within the first, I believe, 5 clues that he got in there, Canucks. Thanks, everybody.
Oh.
Thanks, everybody.
We've had a lot of Canadian content this week.
Well, it's your plan B, so. Except for the Canadians, still our plan A. I actually became an American citizen this year, so thanks, everybody. That is nicer. Many people said to me, why? So I appreciate that.
I, on the other hand, figured I could get a prize if I became a Canadian. This puzzle is a gorgeous puzzle. It's big and open, and it is filled. Just about everything in this puzzle is a word people know. It's not filled with obscure things.
Wait. That is not true. I mean, I'm just talking. I will be completely honest. I have never gone into a Dunkin' Donuts and said, can I get a powdered Taurus? It has never happened.
Right, which is, of course, 7 down. You notice all the solvers got 7 down very quickly.
I know, it's amazing.
Clued in the B puzzle as bagel for 1. In the A puzzle, of course, the clue is coffee mug topologically. So
That's just mean.
that's where you see. You thought Winna was a nice person. Paolo is just torn right through the middle of the puzzle without any spaces. Whereas if you look at Adam, the upper left corner, he's stuck on the bit of fruit salad waste, number 1 across, which is a 4-letter word. It could have been rind, it could have been peel. It's in fact stem.
Does not eat enough fruit, perhaps.
Clearly.
Sometimes it points to. I love that. Yes, I mean, a couple of things I noticed, when we were even just noticing this in the first round. But by the way, just a rookie, Mike Wilhelm.
Mike Wilhelm. In the 60s, rookie wins the rookie and the C division.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Usually the rookie is a 19-year-old, right?
Right.
He comes in and then wins for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and so, but also, we were just saying that, one of the clues across, of course, is stoner movie. And depending on when you get that, sort of speaks to, your lifestyle, perhaps, or you enjoy.
Jesse had stoner flick, but he's realized that can't be right. Stoner movie, very clear.
Right, that's how you know Jesse's on the inside, because it is a flick, right?
Yeah.
Stoner movies is for the outsiders.
I'm going to point out the clue for that in the A. In the B,
Yes.
is, but in the B, it's 2 examples, Up in Smoke and Half Baked. Right? If you know them, you know they're stoner movies because you are a stoner. But include that, whereas in the A's, it's highly watched film. A great and hard clue.
That's fantastic. I love that. There's
Tyler's going to write that in right away.
Yes, that's right. Also, you want to get that 5 down because
Sorry.
Fortunately, the other guys are slower, so we can still do the rest of the jokes.
Just aspect ratio, of course, that's like such a lot of real estate there, so you want to get that, and we were talking about who gets that and who doesn't,
Yeah.
and I have to admit to you all, that word in my household is said about 15 times a day, because I live with a producer, editor of promos, and he goes into hotels and people's houses and always says, you know, your aspect ratio is wrong on their television, and then fixes it. That's what he does. He claims his life is living hell because of the aspect ratio.
He fixes the soap opera effect.
And the soap opera effect, yes, exactly.
All right, so Adam has gotten his upper left fine.
Yes.
Wrestling with the lower left.
But I love that he put pet sweater, maybe he will fix
Instead
that.
of dog
Instead
sweater.
of dog sweater, because guess what? Some ferrets have outfits too, okay?
And to be fair, the B clues, it's a bit of a tire sold at Petco, whereas the
That's
A
right.
clues tell you it's for a lab coat, so it at least helps you know if you can figure out that it has anything to do with dogs.
Lab coat, question mark?
The other really fun entry, a really fun clue is 29 down, 17. Which Winna claims to have like 40 different options for that were all fun, but in the B's it's the unlucky number in Italian superstition, since it anagrams to I have lived in Latin. I have lived is Vixi, V-I-X-I, so that anagrams to X-V-I-I. The Romans being very clever with that.
They were clever. And supposedly on, what were we saying, Air Italia flights, they don't have a real
I never wrote so. All right. Judges are checking them to be. Now at this point, all Jesse needs to do is work carefully and get it all correct. Right? He only has to hope that these two have made a mistake somewhere. It doesn't look like they have, but he can hope that. I mean, Paolo made 2 mistakes today, so maybe he'll have a third. I don't think we're going to see him make a mistake again for the next 10 years when he's leasing to Paolo.
Speed, that's, let's see. Well, we're almost there. So close.
He's got that tricky 36 down.
Yep.
Rested at the hips as pants. Sat.
Go across. Just go across. You'll be okay. Yes.
He's going to check it. He's got time. He's done. All right.
Once again, all the contestants are correct. That means in third place, perfect in 7 minutes and 38 seconds, is Jesse Lansman. Second place, perfect in 6 minutes and 38 seconds, is Adam Doctoroff. And the champion of the B division, 4 minutes and 35 seconds, no mistakes, is Paolo Pascal. This is a battle of veterans. As I mentioned, Dan has won 8 times. Tyler has won 6 times, starting in 2005 when Wordplay was being filmed. David has never won the tournament, but he has been in the finals and a top player for years. For the championship, on your mark, get set, go.
Well, look at these newcomers. How exciting it is to see people clearly that are going to be taking in what it is like to be on the stage for the very first time.
The truth is, since 2011, and 2 of them, of these 3 people have been on stage every A final since 2011. And then if you go back to 2005, Tyler obviously had his run 5 to 9, and then Dan was the champion in 2010. So we've seen a lot of these 3. This is the first time all three of them have been competing against each other.
And can I point out Tyler's second word, Taurus?
See? What was I telling you?
Taurus.
He
can't-
does a lot of topology.
I can't wait to get him a coffee mug with the word Taurus on it.
Okay, this is great. On 11 down in
Yes.
the A's, right? The
Yeah.
answer is Artie. The clue is blank Ziff, Marge's ex-boyfriend on The Simpsons. If you watch The Simpsons, that's probably easy, as David does. If you don't, it's the deepest cut possible. Artie Ziff. I'm old enough that I want that to be Artie Shaw. Yeah, let's go way back.
All three of them,
All
Dan.
three of them. Well,
Dan over.
I'm older than all of them.
Allied, a word that I asked Winna if it was real. So
Another crossword word. The upper left is tricky enough, and as people know, you want to solve from the left to the right, so you have the fronts of all the words.
Yep.
Unless you're these guys, it doesn't matter. You just write the words in the opposite direction without thinking twice. I love 18 across. Square figure, maybe. And the answer is park statue.
maybe. I love a maybe. I mean, there's so many, I feel like in the, our hardest clues here, there's a lot, Winna wrote a lot of just, I'm going to say beautiful poetry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lovely things. Yeah, you can clap for her. Why not?
I think you like 12 down especially.
12 down.
Yeah, the answer is lauds. These guys had no trouble, they blew right through that.
Yeah, can you?
Panegyrizes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I bet you use that word at home next to aspect ratio.
Yeah, tell me, use that.
Your husband sort of panegyrizes the aspect ratio of the TV that's collapsed. It means
My vocabulary is pretty good, but I'm a 5-letter Wordle kind of person, and anything beyond that.
One across, as I said, is just so hard because it could be on a bunch of different 4-letter words, so they've just totally avoided the upper left. Canucks, 2 of them have Canucks.
Canucks, that was Tyler's very first word, proving
Big sports fan.
he either he's a big sports fan, or that is the one sports team he knows, which is also possible.
I don't think so.
Most Western. Arrest, that was one that I thought was very tricky.
The last switch in the A clues is stops. It's in this case, a lot of the A clues are just vague.
Right.
They're not specific enough for you to get, so you need some help. Tyler's got the ST of STEM, still doesn't know what fruit thing that is, and he needs no fruit. Oh, okay, STEM, he's got it.
And even with, I like that there's a lot of emotion in the A puzzles, just even with the short straw. It's not long and drawn out, unfortunately. I know, that is very smug to say that, unfortunately.
Using drawn out in that tricky way. So Tyler has filled the top 2/3 of the grid. And like I predicted, Stoner Movie is right in there.
Yeah, not bad.
As is palm readers, all 3 of them got palm readers. Clued as they believe the future is in your hands. I thought that was State Farm Insurance or something.
And what was the one that...
When it also had that clued as line judges, question mark, which I thought was
That
great.
is so hard.
Very hard.
Great. I don't know about palm readers.
You're going to love this, Tyler. Just put in dog sweater.
Yes. Well, he lives out west, right?
Yeah.
Where they don't need sweaters, but they still wear them.
I don't know if he has a dog either. However, he doesn't have Brookdale and Drive yet, which is where you buy dog sweaters.
I mean, the nice ones. I remember we had a dog coat for our little dog, and I went to wash it, and it said dry clean only. And I was like, that is ridiculous. If you ever find me going to a dry cleaner with dog clothes, like, just please say it's over.
Oh, you
it's over.
You send the dog, surely.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler is really
Foul. Yeah, he's...
blowing through this. Dan is going to have a hard time backing into the upper left. And David is working methodically, but he's got a bunch of blanks. He doesn't know ear warmer, 3 down.
Ear warmer. Well...
Which, to be fair, is clued as simple head cold remedy.
Yeah, I know. I struggled with that one too.
I give the kids an ear warmer every time they have a head cold.
I know.
They're just here. You'll be fine.
They're like, what is this? Like, it's headphones. They're like, oh, God. That's what they know.
Okay. Tyler's got weekend.
Oh, yeah.
No, okay,
Uh-oh.
week off instead of weekend. For rest of the calendar, question mark. Week off.
Oh.
Fair
Oh,
choice.
he's going to change that.
Yeah, he'll figure that out.
He's going to figure that out.
Because,
That is my favorite Maggie Smith line from Downton Abbey, where they're like, we're going to do it on the weekend. She was like, what is a weekend? You're so rich, you don't know. There you go.
he's going to, and 30 down, of course, is clued as holding up. The answer is aging well. I took that, to heart. I thought that was a nice thing.
Holding up, yeah, everyone aged a couple of years. That is true since we last seen each other. I will say that a friend of mine stopped dyeing her hair during the pandemic.
Wait,
Oh, we're almost
very
done.
close. He's got 2 letters to put in.
Wait, no.
Army, he's
That's it.
got it.
That's it.
Ooh, and Jenny, well behind it.
I'd like to give Dan a secondary handwriting award.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I'd like to take back what I said about Dan having trouble backing into the upper left-hand
I
corner.
know, but then all of a sudden you zip through it, right?
Totally wrong.
What? Let's see.
He's got,
Does that say John Swain?
Swear, it's a Y for Raia. I don't think so.
Yep.
It does look like Walu instead of Waldo, but it is.
That's okay, yeah.
He's got IP ass just fine. Clued as annoying copyright attorney. No, I'm sorry, it's iPass. Sorry, I'm sorry. And there's also 32 across, which is clued as what Asner says when he shows up. I'm Ed. No, sorry, it's I am.
I am.
Slammed.
Oh,
Those are all the bad puns I have.
those are pretty good puns for bad puns. I like sarcasm at all points in life. Lowest form of humor, not to me, highest form. I like the 6 down sarcastic. You really did me a favor because I like reading it in Winna's voice.
So just to check in on David, he doesn't know the time travels because he has 25 down is very tricky. It's eagerly awaiting, and the
Yes.
answer is a tip. I don't think I've ever said that word in conversation.
Because no one's ever given you a tip.
Actually, everybody before was saying we're really a tip for the finals, aren't we? Right?
Oh,
Eagerly awaiting. I'm a tip.
I'm a tip. Oh, I thought someone giving you money. I thought sometimes when you're loitering around too long, you're like, wait, no, okay, got it.
So David has put avid in there, which makes
Yes.
time travel start with a V. So he doesn't know what that could be. And that's clued as doesn't live in the present, question mark.
And then 28 down, forefront.
Yeah. And then what's the a van, right? That's an
Van.
old style word.
That's right. So, of course, something that comes in front of a surname, that's a little...
He doesn't, yeah, he's got that, like, does he still, in ear warmers, he's stuck with do, there he's got do.
Okay.
Oh, now it's
changing it
gonna
around.
fix time travel.
Yes.
It's gonna fix time travels. It's gonna get them, he's got a blank right in the middle of the query.
If only we could show him the future.
Okay, he's filled it.
Yeah,
He knows the other 2 are done, he's gonna take his time checking it. We assume for 34 down, he's written a lowercase l for Loki, not Ioki.
Ioki, my favorite god.
Yes.
Ioki. Yeah,
There you
this looks
go.
good. 46, got that. I like that TWA's one-time slogan was, "We're up to something good." So cute. Now we're very like.
He's done.
All right. In third place, with one error, it says at-tit instead of a tip, A-T-I-P. But finishing in third place in 10 minutes and 7 seconds is David Plotkin. Second place, perfect in 6 minutes and 47 seconds, is Dan Fayer. And the 2022 champion, perfect in 6 minutes and 31 seconds, now a 7-time champion, is Tara Henman. It's been wonderful having you all here. Thank you for coming. There are blank sets of puzzles outside in print. Feel free to take one. And thank you all for coming. That's great. See you again in 2023.